Everyone loves the new-in-a-box gleam of a brand new pistol. However, there's a used, surplus handgun out there that's just begging to be loved. These are generally guns that have been adopted by various police or military organizations, and then have been discarded once a new contract comes in. The great part about these pistols is that they're generally premium brand, and at a very steep discount from the original MSRP price. The quality of the individual arm may vary greatly, so I highly recommend you inspect before you buy. Let's take a look at some of the interesting and affordable surplus handguns that any firearm enthusiast or military surplus collector would be proud to own. CZ52. Produced in Czechoslovakia in the 1950s for their forces, the CZ52 fires the extremely potent 7.62 by 25mm Tokarev round. The CZ52 was replaced by the CZ82 in the 1980s. As a result of this, thousands of surplus CZ52 handguns eventually flooded the American market. At one point, they were so common that you could purchase a CZ52 pistol in pretty good condition, 2 magazines, and a military-issue holster for less than $100. Among other countries, the Soviet, Chinese, Czech, and Yugoslavian military and/or police forces used firearms chambered in 7.62 by 25mm. So military surplus ammunition is also relatively common and inexpensive as well. Prices have gone up since then, but they're still a pretty good buy for a shooter on a budget. The big downside to the CZ52 is that it is a difficult gun to shoot accurately. By my account, it has a terrible trigger, poor sights, a sharp recoil, and a fierce muzzle blast. However, it's still a unique and fun gun to shoot, especially considering it's one of the least expensive military surplus guns available these days. Smith & Wesson 38 Police Revolver. Good luck finding one of these gems in the surplus section of the gun store. When police departments across the country began switching to semi-automatic pistols, quite a few Smith & Wesson 38s started showing up in stores. They're good, solid revolvers, perfect for working on marksmanship or just carrying. The revolver is built very solid, and it handles recoil wonderfully. Browning High Power. One of the most popular overall service pistols on the surplus handgun market today is the Browning High Power. This gun is one of the most widely used service pistols in history, and has been used by the armed forces of over 50 different countries, and is considered by many to be the king of surplus pistols. It pioneered double-stack magazines and quickly made them the standard. The single-action trigger isn't the best, and the magazine safety is lame, but overall, the high power is a fantastic firearm. These sure-shooting surplus pistols are fun to shoot and quite accurate. Unlike most of the pistols on this list, this gun keeps up with the competition with their aftermarket 17-round magazines. It's slightly old school with an optical rail, but hell, it killed enough Nazis, commies, and fascists to earn its spot as a top-flight fighting pistol. Despite its popularity, an actual Browning high power can be very pricey on the secondary market. However, collectors on a budget will be happy to know there are several variants available on the surplus market that are much more affordable. For example, the FEG manufactured variant can be found in the $350 range. When compared to the often $1,000 plus Brownings, that is a steal. Beretta 85 BB Cheetah. Yes, another Beretta, another Italian police surplus. Oh, and they've barely been shot. Currently on the market is a large supply of Beretta Model 85 BB Cheetah police surplus pistols from Italy. Chambered in .380 ACP, the Cheetahs feature alloy frames, steel slides, and 3.81-inch barrels. In typical Beretta fashion, they use a DASA trigger and a manual thumb safety. Despite its compact size, the heavy weight of its metal construction and limited 8-round magazine mean that the Cheetah isn't exactly the best option for a carry gun. However, the weight does help to mitigate recoil, of which there isn't too much, thanks to its .380 ACP cartridge. Costing between 0 to 400 depending on the condition, these pistols are a great choice for collectors and shooters alike. Did we mention they're also California legal? 1911 pistols. Of course, the king of surplus pistols is currently the United States military surplus 1911 pistols. It took over 30 years to get them into the civilian marksmanship program, and took the CMP a long time to start sales. Getting one requires CMP membership, a roll of the dice, a fair bit of money, and a sacrifice to the Lord of Surplus. Or something like that. American shooters of all types have been waiting for these classic fighting pistols to hit the American market. The 1911 holds a special place in the hearts of American gun owners, historians, surplus aficionados, and many more. As many shooters will tell you, it's the pistol that won 2 world wars. Not to mention action in Korea, Vietnam, and all those little hot pockets in the supposed Cold War. These guns come in various conditions, and the examples we see currently hitting the hands of gun owners come from various production runs as well. Most appear to be solid little shooters, but don't expect it to be free from nicks, knacks, and scruffs. Russian TT-33 Tokarev pistol. The TT-33 semi-automatic Russian pistol is one of the most commonly known surplus handguns there is. The TT-33 Tokarev is a redesigned version of the original Tokarev pistol that was known as the TT-30. During the TT-30 production run from 1930 to 1936, about 96,000 total pistols were made. The TT-30, on the other hand, had a much more prolific production run with approximately 1.7 million being made between 1933 and 1952. The TT-33 was mostly issued to Soviet soldiers and saw widespread use during World War II. The TT-33 Tokarev is chambered for the 7.62 by 25 Tokarev cartridge and weighs approximately 30.1 ounces unloaded. The 7.62 by 25 cartridge is known to be a very flat-shooting round that packs a hard punch. The muzzle velocity for this round ranges from approximately 1,300 to 1,800 feet per second. It features an 8-round detachable box magazine and a 4.6-inch barrel. This pistol is renowned for being extremely durable and reliable, even in the face of extreme conditions and abusive treatment. The power, simplicity, and reliability of this pistol make it popular amongst military surplus collectors and shooters. Beretta 92. Starting this list off strong, how does a full-size Italian-made pistol sound? The Beretta 92 became a favorite of police agencies across the United States after it was adopted in its military variant, the M9A1, by the armed forces. An Italian gem, this single-action, double-action pistol is extremely reliable, heavy, and accurate. When the U.S. Army decided to transition to a different pistol, a lot of law enforcement agencies decided to make a switch as well. This has resulted in a steady influx of surplus, used Beretta 92 variants entering the market. I've seen used, good-condition surplus Beretta 92s going for as little as $350, and I love it. I love its all-steel construction and how it fits in my hand, making it one of the few pistols I use that is heavy in all the right ways. CZ75B. CZ75s are worth their weight in gold. Brand new, out of the box, they're affordable and will easily last any gun owner's lifetime. The great news is that plenty of foreign police forces decided to pick them up back in the 1980s and 90s, and now they're liquidating them. I've seen imported boxes of used CZ75s in a wide variety of conditions coming into the United States. Seeing them on shelves reminds me of the mid-2000s when I saw old Mosin Nagants for sale for $100. Well, unfortunately, the CZ75Bs I see on the shelves in the surplus section are nowhere near $100. The cheapest I saw was one that was $250 and had visible signs of rust on its exterior. For a gunsmith who is willing to do the work, that would be a steal. For a gun owner looking for a deal right out of the store, it would be a crapshoot. That said, Used but good condition CZ75Bs can be found for between $375 and $450 in quite a few gun shops. These are pistols that will run without fail out of the store. Granted, they're older models and may need more regular maintenance than a new or commercial used one. They can still hold in the fight for probably a couple more decades.